United States Antimony Corporation is engaged in mining, transportation, milling, smelting, and sales of various antimony, silver, and gold products. The company originally mined antimony in Montana, but now mines antimony from its own properties in Mexico and receives other raw materials from non-Chinese sources throughout the world. Today, we will give you a UAMY stock price analysis 2021. Number 8. UAMY stock overview. Rare earth and strategic metals have an improved outlook due to weaker production in China and increased global demand due to in part by battery technology and stockpiling. This has caused many small mining companies such as U.S. Antimony to boom. Evidence suggests the rally in miners such as UAMY is partly fueled by speculative fervor, which could cause a near-term reversal. U.S. Antimony's equity sale will give it a large pile of cash, which can be used to expand production and potentially more profitable prices. While U.S. Antimony's outlook has improved, its valuation today is a bit difficult to justify. Overall, United States Antimony's position today is strong. It is a key producer of a strategic metal, and if antimony prices rise, has the potential to earn a substantial income. That said, the stock's recent surge is a bit concerning, and it's possible it's rising for the wrong reasons, which could bring a sharp reversal. Number 7. Stock price forecast. United States Antimony isn't currently profitable, so most analysts would look to revenue growth to get an idea of how fast the underlying business is growing. When a company doesn't make profits, we generally expect to see good revenue growth. Some companies are willing to postpone profitability to grow revenue faster, but in that case, one does expect good top-line growth. Over the last half-decade, United States Antimony's revenue has actually been trending down at about 13% per year. Given that scenario, we wouldn't have expected the share price to rise 23% per year, but that's what it did. It's a good reminder that expectations about the future, not the past history, always impact share prices. Still, this situation makes us a little wary of the stock. The one analyst offering 12-month price forecast for United States Antimony Corp has a median price of 60 cents, with a high estimate of 60 cents and a low estimate of 60 cents. The median estimate represents a negative 46.19% decrease from the last price of $1.12. Number 6. Support, risk, and stop loss. On the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume of 98 cents and 93 cents. There is natural risk involved when a stock is testing a support level, since if this is broken, the stock then may fall to the next support level. In this case, United States Antimony Corp finds support just below today's level at 98 cents. If this is broken, then the next support from accumulated volume will be at 93 cents and 84 cents. This stock may move much during a day volatility, and with a large prediction interval from the Bollinger Band, this stock is considered to be high risk. During the last day, the stock moved 0.0600 between high and low, or 5.56%. For the last week, the stock has had a daily average volatility of 10.50%. Number 5. U.S. Volatility Alert. U.S. Antimony is displaying above-average volatility over the selected time horizon. Investors should scrutinize U.S. Antimony independently to ensure intended market timing strategies are aligned with expectations about U.S. volatility. U.S. Antimony is a potential penny stock. Although U.S. may be in good fact a good investment to invest, many penny stocks are speculative in nature and are subject to artificial price hype. Please make sure you totally understand the upside potential and downside risk of investing in U.S. Antimony. We encourage investors to look for these signals such as email spams, message board hypes, claims of breakthroughs, volume upswings, sudden news releases, promotions that are not reported, or demotions released before SEC filings. Please also check biographies and work history of current and past company officers before investing in high volatility instruments, penny stocks, or equities with micro-cap classification. You can indeed make money on U.S. instrument if you perfectly time your entry and exit. However, remember that penny stocks that have been the subject of an artificial hype usually unable to maintain its increased share price for more than just a few days. The price of a promoted high volatility instrument will almost always revert back. The only way to increase shareholder value is through legitimate performance backed up by solid fundamentals. Number 4, a different perspective. US is traded at $1.12 as of the 27th of March 2021. That is 3.45% decreases since the beginning of the trading day. The stock's open price was $1.16. US has 45% odds of going through some form of financial distress in the next 2 years and did not have a very good performance for investor during the last 30 trading days. Equity ratings for U.S. antimony are circulated daily based on our scoring framework. This stock has been around a while and only a few know about it. It's actually a beautiful trading stock, and problem has always been volume. Finding a new range, but now that people know about its BCS of EV battery connection, anything could happen. It's nice to see that United States antimony shareholders have received a total shareholder return of 74% over the last year. That gain is better than the annual TSR over 5 years, which is 23%. Therefore, it seems like sentiment around the company has been positive lately. Someone with an optimistic perspective could view the recent improvement of TSR as indicating that the business itself is getting better with time. I find it very interesting to look at share price over the long term as a proxy for business performance. But to truly gain insight, we need to consider other information too. The U.S. Antimony Corp stock prediction is based on short-term trend analysis and is best used for short-term swing traders or day traders rather than long-term investors. U.S. Antimony may become a speculative penny stock. U.S. Antimony appears to be risky and price may revert if volatility continues. Number 3. Why is UAMY surging? Due in part to COVID production and price issues, the company has seen its revenues decline overall. However, the recent surge in UAMY's stock price encouraged the company to sell equity and managed to raise $14.3 million, which is substantial considering the firm had about 10% of that figure in its bank at the end of last quarter and even less the quarters before. The company desperately needed capital in order to grow, and due to a surge in speculative buying, it now has the necessary capital. While this is great news for the firm and secures its long-term future, it is a bit unclear what has catalyzed its recent surge. Of course, the most obvious answer is probably correct. There has been a surge in mainly highly speculative penny stocks in what seems to be a market mania bubble fueled by new retail traders and investors. While I see the company as a solid long-term buy and hold, many of its current buyers may be simply looking for a quick buck and will likely sell once it seems the rally is over. This could create a sharp reversal in the near future. This rally may be going a bit too far too fast, but it does have fundamental legs. First, it recently signed an agreement to supply antimony to UAMY, an off-grid storage battery firm. UAMY is a clean energy battery company, so this partly ties UAMY to a rapidly growing market. We do not yet know how much the company will sell to UAMY, but it does put the firm in a stronger position. Second, as with most rare earth and strategic metals, antimony prices are rising. Number 2. Financial position. Overall, U.S. antimony's recent surge may be due in part a combination of speculative fervor and an improvement in fundamentals. While I believe the stock may be getting ahead of itself, the fact is that its fundamental outlook is improving. Interestingly, the rally in UAMY shares inadvertently boosted its fundamental outlook since it will drastically increase the company's cash reserves. The company will receive $14.3 million for the sale of about 11 million in common shares. Before this, the company was in a working capital deficit, had declining revenue, extremely poor cash reserves, and was hardly breaking even on operating cash flow. The addition of $14 million to UAMY's balance sheet will significantly boost its ability to produce. If antimony prices continue to rise, UAMY may be able to expand production into a profitable period. Its financial position at the end of quarter 3 was weak, but it was still able to nearly break even on cash flow, which indicates it may turn a profit now that antimony prices are higher. This is unlikely to be a large profit, but if prices continue to rise, then I would not be surprised to see UAMY's annual income rise to $4 to $5 million, which is around twice its peak level in 2012. Number 1. The bottom line. Overall, I like U.S. Antimony as a company and believe it has a strong outlook, but many of you would be willing not buy the stock at its current price. Though I believe it is possible we see its income rise to $4 to $5 million and even potentially slightly higher, it would be difficult to justify a market capitalization of $145 million, even at such income levels. Personally, I would only buy the stock at a price of 90 cents or below, which would give it a more reasonable valuation. Over the long run, it is possible UAMY grows significantly if the U.S. government makes efforts to increase North American sources. However, such growth would take a lot of capital, so it is nearly impossible to say today what this would mean for its EPS. Do let us know what are your thoughts about UAMY stock. Please subscribe to the Stock Advisor. Thanks for watching.